Hello everybody and welcome to Good Enough Off-Road. My name is Jesse and today we are going to be making a Overland shower. To do that we're going to be using a standard plastic jerry can. I got this one off Amazon, and then we got some other nifty stuff I got here. I don't even know if this is going to work. The reason I want to do it is because there's a lot of products on the market where they're like dedicated showers and they're good for nothing else. With this, if it works, it will work as a shower, but I can also still use it, as a normal water carrier. So, I'll carry my supplies with me to convert it to a shower. Other than that, I can keep my drinking water and cooking water and everything else in it. So let's get started.
It's time to go play off-road.
All right, now as far as supplies go, essentially what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be putting this right at the base of the jerry can here. That way we can hook up a hose, and at the end of the hose we'll have your standard garden nozzle thing with a shower attachment. This I got at Ace Hardware. It's a standard kind of thing you can thread through that'll hook up to that. And then on the bottom, it's got an MPT connector that I will put this hose on that will go to the bottom of the jerry can. And then in order to pressurize the system, we're just gonna put a standard Schrader valve through the top. We'll hook up our onboard air to the Schrader valve, and when we hit the on switch, theoretically, we should start getting water pressure. So let's try it out. Okay, so I got some pilot holes drilled, and we are gonna start with the Schrader valve side. So I need to get a bit that's the same kind of circumference here, and put the Schrader valve in, hopefully. All right, now that we got our hole big enough, we've slid the Schrader valve through there, and we'll just assemble the rest of it here. All right, now we're gonna use our step drill. And we are gonna aug this bad boy out until we can fit this on there. See how it goes. Trying to. Okay, we've got our hole big enough for this. It's not quite big enough on the bottom, but I don't want to do another step bit, so I'll probably just use a file to clean that up. All right, now we got to get our hose on here. You can use some lube or something if you want. So now we got that on there. Now we can thread that in here. Okay, so our hole's big enough. We got our hose on our MPT adapter. You wanna make sure that your threads are sticking up out of the jerry can so you can thread the hose on. So these are gonna go on the bottom. And that means that this is gonna push up through the other side. So first we need to thread this onto here, then we'll reach in from the inside. All right, now we're gonna thread it on in there. Make sure your rubber gasket is on there. And that is what we're looking for. The hose is reaching the bottom. I'm gonna turn it so that it's kind of trapped in a corner so that it doesn't curl any more than it already is. All right, we're gonna put our rubber gasket on now. Thread this bad boy up in there. That'll do. All right, so you can see inside we've got our hose going right down to the bottom there. That is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We've got our air hooked up. We've got our water side hooked up with the hose. When we're not using it, we've got this cap that'll go on it. Little gaskets, there we go. And that is precisely why I'm making this, because now, with it all on there, this looks no different than a normal jerry can, still fully functional as a normal water thing. But when I pressurize it, I should be able to get water out of here. Now it's time to test it. Okay, so I filled this about 3/4 full with water, and we're gonna test this out. I haven't used it yet, but essentially, the way I imagine it, you get to your campsite, you pull your water out, and you pull out your little shower kit here. Take our cap off. Okay, so I'm at camp. I've hooked up my hose. I got my shower thing here. What I'm gonna do is just kind of hit this thing and it'll keep it open. And I'm imagining somewhere on my truck I'm gonna have a hanger for this. At any rate, then I've hooked up my onboard air. And essentially what I'm gonna do is just hit the switch for the onboard air. And we have a shower. No, we don't. There we go. So my house compressor obviously fills up with air much faster than onboard air. So I've got some residual pressure in there. Your onboard air is not going to push that fast, so it should stay more constant. But when we hit the trails, we'll find out.